and I'm joined by Rachel Newman from Grow Theatre.
Hello.
Welcome, Rachel. Thanks
Thank
for coming
you.
in. Great. So what is Grow Theatre and where are you based?
Grow Theatre is an outdoor theatre company. We're based in Exhall Woods, although we do work all over the place. Grow Theatre combines, I suppose, working with communities, children, young people, and with drama and theatre, design and prop making and all elements of theatre and being outdoors.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Lovely. So you're actually based in the woods?
Yes. Most of the time we try to work outdoors. Yes. The only thing that will really stop us is thunderstorms. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, sounds wonderful. So why did you decide to start Grow Theatre?
So I suppose we started Grow Theatre around the time when, or a little after the Tories had come into power, largely because a lot of the arts work dried up. And previously I'd done a lot of theatre freelance work and worked at the Crucible and worked a lot on creative community and educational projects. And these were all starting to disappear, and it felt like the perfect time to do what we actually wanted to do, rather than doing jobs for other people. And so myself and my friend at the time, but also someone I'd worked with for years and years, Sophie Hunter, decided, right, this is the time to set up Grow Theatre.
Fantastic. So how would you say Grow Theatre is different from other similar theatre companies?
So we're not driven, first of all, by making shows. We're driven by working with people from the community, children, young people, working on community projects. Some of them do lead to shows, but that's not always the outcome. And we are also driven by working outdoors. And a long time ago, all theatre happened outdoors, and theatre can be an amazing thing indoors and out, and we spend a lot of time indoors, and children spend a lot of time indoors. And we've noticed that when we'd taken creative projects outside in the past, that we'd had a really fantastic response to it, and we love working outdoors too.
Yeah, you somehow feel more alive and connected, don't you, outside?
Yeah, you do. Yes, I think so.
Lovely. So it's more about the process of creating than the sort of working towards a show.
Yes, yeah. When we work with young people, we really want to skill them up to be able to make the creative decisions themselves, rather than being told, okay, stand here, stand there, do this, do that, to give them the skills to create and devise their own projects, their own performances, and also to do all the other things like build a set or make props and things like that. And so we use a lot of outdoor skills to make that happen.
Wonderful. So can you tell us a little about some of Grow Theatre's past projects?
We run a youth theatre, and that is for children age 7 upwards. We've got 3 groups, and that happens every Thursday evening in term times throughout the whole of the 3 school terms. And so that works on a Thursday evening, and that's ongoing. And we have kids coming from not only all over Sheffield, but also quite a long way from Derbyshire, because there's nothing out in Derbyshire for children and young people. So that's one thing that we do all the time. We worked on a big project with some academics at the university and some young people all about the archaeology of the woods, which led to a large performance, and then also an audio trail where people can turn up at Exhall Woods and borrow some speakers and go on a walk and hear songs and performances and stories about the history and the archaeology of the wood, which is really fun. We've done lots and lots. We're currently working on a project at the moment which starts tomorrow, which is we're trying to develop some family-based work. So we're running a day in Exhall Woods called Magical Woods tomorrow, a morning session and an afternoon session, which is about getting kids and their families outside, using their imaginations, telling stories, making things, being adventurous, all based on kind of a theme of magic.
lovely.
Yeah.
So is there still time to come along to that? Do we need to book?
We're full, which is a great thing for me to say. I wish I was saying for other listeners, but we've sold out,
That's
which is
good.
great.
So need to keep an eye out for the next one.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely. So you have a lot of experience of youth theatre work. What do you think are the main differences between being based outside and inside?
Oh, it's a good question. Outdoor theatre requires certain skills, which you do need for being indoors, but maybe more so. So a lot of work on voice work is really important, because if you're in a wood and you're competing with cars from nearby roads or dogs or birds, you've got to be able to be heard well. A lot of the theatre that we do is a thing called promenade theatre, which means that we take the audience on a journey. So the different scenes all happen in different places. And so performers learn how to work with and manage an audience in a way that if you're just doing a show where the audience has no role other than to sit and absorb what they're saying, you don't need to worry about. And also, we always try and get people, the children, young people and adults that we work with, is to create stories or inspired by the place they're in, so that they're not just putting a story slap bang in a wood and then ignoring the space or the place they're in. We try and get people to really think about getting the audience to look at a space in a different way and in a new way and in a surprising way.
And I suppose you need to be a little bit more spontaneous as well. Say it rains or it's
yes.
windy or a bird flies through.
Yes, you do. And also we've got an indoor space, so we can always take people indoors. But really, if you've got the right clothing, it doesn't matter. Some of our most exciting sessions have been when it's been snowing. We've had a massive fire and done it in the dark and used lots of lighting, and people are warm and happy and exciting, because you don't usually get to be near a fire in the snow in the middle of winter, so it's good.
Sounds really magical. So are you looking for volunteers at the moment for Grey Theatre?
We are. We've been really lucky with volunteers, I have to say, in the past. And we've worked with quite a few drama students from Hallam University, but not exclusively. We're looking for people who would like to gain experience of working with children and young people, of working creatively. They need to feel that they can throw themselves into a whole range of things. But of course, we would also skill them up and train them to be able to do that. And we need organised and reliable people as well. Yeah.
Great. So what do you find the most challenging thing about being part of Grey Theatre?
I really enjoy it, so I don't. That's a really hard one. I don't know if I think things are challenging. I tell you what is packing up my car. My car almost looks a bit like the woods. It has got so much twigs and leaves and things like that, and we do often have a lot of resources, so if you go outside you do need to be prepared for all weathers and prepared for the ground to be wet. So I always carry a lot of stuff around with me, and just that packing up and unpacking takes forever.
Great. And so the other side of that, what do you find most rewarding about Grey Theatre?
Oh gosh, I find working with children and young people really rewarding, and it's something I've done all my life. And being able to follow their passion and follow their imagination, and to being able to set up things where you can see them run with something and get really excited and really creative. We recently finished a project working at St Marie's Primary School with some children, very vulnerable children, who might not have had those experiences if we hadn't worked with them. They might not have got outside. There's one little boy who lived in a flat, and really every outdoor experience was new and exciting for him. And being able to channel that and allow him to go and explore and to be creative in that space it's like nothing on earth. See their smiles and things like that. Some
lovely memories for them to take forward.
Yes.
Great. So you've got the event tomorrow that's unfortunately booked up. Have you got any other projects in the
Yeah,
future?
we're doing. We're at Folk Forest in Endcliffe Park this weekend, isn't it?
Excellent,
My
yeah.
goodness! So we're there both days on the Saturday and Sunday, and we're in the free place as well, so you can
Great.
turn up and take part in creative activities. We will be doing quite a lot of making, and we'll be making a promenade performance as not a promenade performance, sorry, a procession. So that's happening. We're doing more family things throughout the summer, but I also think they might be booked or nearly fully booked. And then moving into September, we're working on a project with Festival of the Mind called Telling the Bees, which will create a performance for Saturday the 24th of September, which will all be about bees, and will combine professional actors, children, academics, and also Sheffield beekeepers, so you can come along and see proper beehives and things like that, which should be really fun. So there are a few of the things we've got coming up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
How can we find out more, Rachel?
So we have a website, which is www.growtheatre, which is all one word, .org.uk, and if you go to the contact page and you send me an email, I will respond. It tells you quite a lot about what we do, and if you want to know more about our youth theatre or Telling the Bees or the family stuff, and we can respond that way. Yeah,
That's fantastic. Really exciting stuff. Thanks for coming in.